Gotham, Season 1, Episode 5, entitled Viper. I just got done watching the episode, and before I get into the little details, I want to mention that I'm back and forth on how I felt about this episode. I'm of two minds. In one sense, I can say that there were things about the episode that I liked. There was some interesting stuff that happened. It progressed the story in many ways. But then, on the other end, I thought that there was some dumb shit in this episode, and a couple of things that just, to me, didn't make any goddamn sense. So, let's get right into it. At the very beginning, we see Bruce Wayne, who is doing pretty much what he's been doing these last 5 episodes. He's researching his parents' murder, which I get. He's completely obsessed with it. I get it. He's also, I guess, trying to figure out exactly how crime works in Gotham and just how certain things are put together. And, okay, fine. I'm not going to mention how much I don't really care for how quick, at 12 years old, he's already in full-blown detective mode. I'm not even going to talk about that because I've already done it. Really, the only thing I want to mention here is kind of a question. Does Bruce Wayne go to school? Like, does he do anything else? All we ever do is see him in this mansion, in the Wayne Manor, and he's doing the same thing every day, it seems. I mean, yeah, we established that he doesn't sleep a whole lot, that he doesn't really eat. Sure, I get it. He's depressed or he's just traumatic. It's all that he wants to do is do this. I get it. But does he have any type of social life? How does Alfred let him not go to school? I don't know. Maybe he's homeschooled. I don't know. So, we see Selina Kyle finally. It was cool to see her for the quick, brief moment. I found it ironic, though, that she just so happened to be sneaking behind this guy and trying to steal his wallet right in front of Gordon and Bullock. How convenient. Now, Fish Mooney and her secret weapon, as she called her. Throughout this episode, the couple of scenes that they had I thought was kind of weird. I didn't really know what to make of it. I didn't know if they had a mother-daughter relationship. I didn't know if Mooney was just trying to show her the ropes of how to maybe go off on her own. I didn't really know exactly what her secret weapon meant. In fact, I was even questioning whether they were going to become a couple or something. I really didn't know where it was going to go until the very end, where you saw that she changed her look, this girl, and she's going to seduce Falcone. And, okay, fine. I get it. In fact, this is some of the best thing that I like so far from this episode is Fish Mooney sort of underhandedly going after Falcone. It works. I do think Falcone is going to be a big idiot, though, if he falls for this. I think over time he'll eventually realize what's going on. But it's like, come on, a girl like this, listening to an old song like that you just so happen to love? Come on, guy. Come on. Now, here's where we get to the part where I just didn't understand this at all. The Penguin goes up to Sal Maroni and unsolicited just starts spieling and telling his whole secret. He tells him everything. He tells him how his real name is Oswald Cobblepot. He tells him how he used to work for Fish Mooney and Falcone, and that because he told secrets about them and ratted on them, that they tried to kill him, and told him about his connection to Gordon. He told him everything, and I could not believe what I was hearing. I just was sitting there going, why the fuck are you doing this? Because then Maroni grabs him and beats the shit out of him, and I'm like, you dumbass, Penguin. This is the only thing so far that Penguin has done that just hasn't made any complete sense. I admit he's gone off and done some pretty crazy shit, and he's killed quite a lot of people, but when you saw his end goal for it, it made sense. Here, I don't know. I guess maybe you could say he's trying to get Maroni's utmost respect and faith and trying to get him to believe that he's a part of the group. So sure, but the risk was too high. I mean, Maroni could have killed him right then and there. Luckily for him, though, they went and got Gordon, and Gordon told the same story, so I guess Penguin's now in the clear. He's proven himself. I don't know, it's just, this didn't seem like something that Penguin would do. It didn't seem like the character I've seen and how smart and calculated he was would have risked something like that. But let's talk about the main plot, because the main plot is really what I'm question mark about. Because we see this homeless guy who's on the street and he has a guitar and, you know, he's playing for music. Some guy comes up to him and drops a drug in his case. And the homeless guy looks at it and it says for him to sniff it. So he does. He sniffs this green liquid or gas. And it sort of drives him bonkers and crazy. And it gives him superhuman strength. He goes and robs a convenience store. He rips the ATM out from the wall. When I first read the description of this episode, before I watched it, it said that this drug was going to be sort of a homage to the Joker gas. And I heard that and thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. And then when you watch it, you can kind of see it. Especially because, yeah, Joker used that in the animated series, but also in the '89 movie, when Jack Nicholson is that parade and he gasses everyone and everyone just kind of freaks and goes crazy. Sure, you could see that in it. But then later on, the old man references and says, it's Venom. So you go, oh, okay, so this is where Venom comes from. What Bane later uses to gas himself up. And that's when I thought it was a little interesting. That's where I thought, at least, I got what they were doing. I saw what they were doing. It's just, it went too over the top. I'm expecting a police procedural crime drama, and we're not really getting that. Again, I love the Falcone, Fish Mooney, and the Sal Maroni stuff. The whole mob gang stuff I love. And even when Gordon was trying to figure out the whole drug and who's behind it, how it's being manufactured, and what the end goal of this guy was, sure, that was interesting, but the moment where it lost me almost completely was when that first guy, when Bullock and Gordon find him, and he's freaking out. It's almost like he's coming out of the high, and he picks up that huge thing, and you start to see, like I said, his bones break. It's so blatant and obviously CGI of this guy's face sort of falling apart, and even the wide shot of his body crumbling. It looks so fake, so terrible, that's why I think this show can't do this. It's not even a tonal thing. I'm not saying this show can't do comic book stuff. Why the fuck not? Hell, I would love for this show to do Scarface and the Ventriloquist. That's such an out there comic book character, but this show I think could get away doing it. But something like this that relied so heavily on CGI, and whenever these drugged out people, right before they died, you saw their skin turn gray, and it looks too fake. Don't do this. Gotham, don't rely on CGI. Because it took me out of it, and it made me almost not give a fuck about what was going on. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you saw this episode. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!